Hey dudes, real quick before we get started, if you want to support us during the development of our upcoming game, you can check out the links below. We have PayPal, Bitcoin, or Patreon. And also, you can follow us on Twitter, @GameSoupLP. Please enjoy.
It's Game Soup, Glassbreaker Devlog number 2. Welcome everyone, my name is Ed.
My name's Joe.
Joe is on the controller today. We have made some big strides in the last 2 weeks, and we're here to show them off right now.
Yes, I'm very proud of you, Ed.
Yeah, oh thank you. So if you saw our last devlog, then you have the basic idea about what this game is all about. You just break stuff, right? But there's a lot of little refinements we added. For example, there's now a save system. If you look down at the bottom right-hand corner, we have a save system that saves in between every level, and it loads your data, and it saves as a file on your hard drive, which is, I enjoy it quite a lot. And you might say, what's the reason for having a save slot? The answer is stats, because everyone loves. Well, I love stats. I'm a sucker for progression. I need to know everything. I need to know everything. So we have playtime, enemies killed, power-ups bought, all kinds of stuff. This is just a short list.
Yeah, we can come up with more stuff to put on the list of stats, and we'll probably put it on a separate screen or something too. There'll probably be an options menu. Obviously, this is not what the menu is going to be laid out like in the final version of the game.
Yeah. Oh no, this is the final version of the game.
Yeah.
This is it.
But the stats are. They're working.
Yeah, they're working.
Under the hood,
yeah.
They seem to be working so far, so pretty cool.
Most of these past 2 weeks have been about under-the-hood improvements. There's also a save message there as well.
This is one of my favorite levels.
Yeah, I like this one a lot.
This is also probably my favorite song in the game, too. The one that's playing right now. Yeah.
Oh, this one. Oh, yeah. So speaking of music.
Oh, wow, that's some slow down.
Yeah, it is. That's kind of what happens.
I think we need to figure this out, this slowdown thing.
Well, I think it's the shrapnel.
Yeah.
You can change it. Would you like me to change it?
No, don't change it. Don't change it. But
I won't change it.
I've got some ideas.
Okay.
But we can talk about that later. What were you saying?
Oh, I was going to talk about music. So over the last couple of weeks, I sent them to Joe as well. There are 5 concept pieces of music that are like a minute long each, just as possibilities as far as what kind of music we want to have in the game. And they are on our SoundCloud, a Game Soup SoundCloud. Right now, I uploaded them to a playlist.
Oh, sweet!
So,
I didn't even know about that.
Yeah, I just did it a couple hours ago. So if you're interested in giving feedback on them, if you want to listen to them and see, oh, this one doesn't really fit the theme of the game, this one doesn't really make sense with the game, or this one does, you can leave feedback. And I also made a straw poll, and there's a link to that straw poll on the SoundCloud page.
You did a lot of work with that.
So I'll post both of those links below in the description to the SoundCloud and the straw poll. Just, if you want to listen to them. Joe, this is
the upgrade screen.
This is the upgrade screen. So you have to use the mouse here, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I don't yet have gamepad set up for it. But here's our upgrade system.
So we have 10 or 11 upgrades currently?
We have 10 or 11. I'm not sure which.
we were going to go with a system that was just... You could increase your health or your attack power or your max health, just to keep it really simple, similar to how the downwell shops work.
Right.
But we decided to go with something that's a little bit more complicated, but still not that much more complicated, because we're mostly just tweaking stats in the game and different numbers in the game. There's not a whole lot of artwork or additional programming that needs to be done for most of the abilities, some of them, but it's more like Nuclear Throne or the downwell items that you pick between each stage. So the ones that we have so far as options are plus 10% to speed, so that's just your movement speed increases, and that's a huge bonus because that increases what we call your BPS, your breaks per second.
Right.
So that increases your speed. So we might either take this out entirely or just lower the amount, or maybe 10% is good. But it is a huge benefit. Second chance, you revive when you die. So if you run out of hearts, you come back to life with 1 heart, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
you get 1 chance to not get hit.
Freeze all enemies on... Okay, so when you get hit, it freezes all the enemies.
For 2 seconds.
Yeah, which one should we take, Ed? You pick which one we're going to take.
I'll pick? Alright.
Yeah, you pick.
I'll go with the freeze, because I know that works.
Okay.
Alright.
So you pick it, and then you have to hit next level.
Yeah.
And then we go.
And, every time you...
Oh, go ahead. Keep talking about the upgrades.
I pretty much spent the last 2 weeks on that. That upgrade screen was pretty complex for me, because I didn't really know how to do any of that stuff. But it involves a lot of arrays and storing variables like 0s and 1s, whether you have something or don't have something, and just trying to get 3 random upgrades to show every time, and have them not repeat. And like right now, the code sort of knows when something is being shown, and if it's already been shown. So it's sort of smart. I think it's smart enough for what we need it to be. Oh, and there was the multiplier. So we also have a combo meter. You might have noticed.
Oh yeah, can we talk about
Yeah,
that
yeah.
right after this though?
Sure, sure.
You'll notice this level has a different kind of terrain here.
Oh
This
yeah,
right
yeah.
here.
Right.
We added that. We added a different kind of platform that you can't drop through, and it stops you when you try to. You can't jump through it or drop through it.
Right. So impassable, no fall
Right.
through, which is good. I'm really glad
So
that we have that.
that's opened up a little bit of design space for us. I don't want to use it too much.
Oh, you gonna die?
So far we have 6 levels. We have 6 new levels in the game. So we had 15 last time.
You didn't die.
I think we have either 6 or 7 new levels. But anyway, there's 21 or 22 levels total now, and 6 of them or so have those impassable platforms that we're testing and seeing how they work. Back to the upgrades.
So
yeah.
So we have 3 new ones.
Yeah. The discount one, you need less experience to get your upgrades as you go. So that's one you want to try and that's one if you get it early, you probably want to pick that. But later on, it becomes less and less valuable. +1 to power. That makes you do more DPS.
Yeah.
So you can destroy statues, paintings, chandeliers, and the mayor.
And the
enemies
mayor.
faster.
I just noticed. It says +1 power. Statues and paintings break fast. Not faster. They just break fast. Sorry. Keep going.
And just +1 to your max health. So
pretty self-explanatory.
yeah, pick whichever one you want us to have, Ed.
And also you notice that freeze enemies on hit is not showing here because we already picked it.
Yep.
It will never be shown again. Which I know it sounds kind of lame to say that, but it took a lot to get there, and I'm proud of it, you know?
So yeah, the +1 health max works. So you can see in the top left there, we've got 4 hearts now out of 4.
Right.
Oh yeah, I also fixed. I added more particles, different types of particles to the statues. Before they were all spawning the same particle over and over again, and now there are 8 different particles for statues. There's like 6 or 7 different particles for these chandeliers. What the fuck? Oh, the double jump still doesn't always work. There's some kind of a bug there, but yeah, the statues have more particles. The chandeliers have more particles, and so do the paintings. The same thing.
Yeah.
So it's more interesting to look at while you're wrecking them. We didn't add the sign behavior back in yet, though.
For the statues.
That'll be ready for and for the paintings too, probably.
Right, like the recoil sort of animation.
Yeah. But we are going to be adding like a sign behavior, which means that they'll be kind of shaking as you hit them. So it'll have a little bit more impact to it. So it'll look like they're rumbling as you're doing damage. So the player will have a visual indicator more than just the particles falling out. It'll be more satisfying that way, I think. Anyway, go ahead and say what you were going to say. I just wanted to talk about that.
I'll just finish that thought. We thought about having screen shake. I actually implemented in one level, and at least the way it was, which was when you break anything or like small glasses or anything on these shelves here, it would just shake a little bit. I think the magnitude was like 3 or less than 3, maybe 1 or 2. It didn't look good, and it didn't feel good either. So as much as I want screen shake, it'll have to be either relegated to the tier 2 objects, which are the statues, the paintings, the chandeliers, or used very, very sparingly. So we're still trying to figure out a way to make that work. I don't know if it will.
This ghost is fast.
Nice.
He increases in speed really fast.
So here's a new power up. This cannibalize on the far right side. Kill 10 enemies, get 1 heart.
So if you've played Spelunky, you know about how you can collect blood in that with the Kapala, the skull head thing. If you get 8 drops of blood, you get an extra heart. So this is sort of similar. You kill 10 guys, you get an extra heart.
So, I don't know. Whatever you want to pick, Joe.
Let's grab that.
All right.
I don't know if we're going to kill 10 enemies, but...
I don't know. All right. Cool. I like this background.
Oh yeah, this is obviously a placeholder. This is just a wallpaper I downloaded from the net.
From the net. The multiplier, the combo system. So let's talk about that. So at all times now, you have a combo meter, which is, if you look very, very closely, you can see it above the character's head right now. Yeah, there. Oh, it's actually
to the right a little bit.
Yeah, that's probably just
got misplaced.
That's a bug.
Yeah,
that's okay though. And basically, what happens is the more stuff you break in a short amount of time, the higher the meter goes.
And this isn't a great level to show that off.
No,
it's a little bit more of a sparse level.
Right. But the faster you break stuff, I forget. I think small plates add like 2 or 3, and bigger stuff adds a little bit more. I think most expensive things add 20 or 30. Actually, I think the statues add 30. But you can get it up to 100, and if you get up to 100, you have a combo streak. Oh, look at those particles. And during that time, you have a multiplier that keeps getting added every second. So if you notice before, we had like multipliers that were like 1.06, 1.04. That's a multiplier for your score during that time, during the combo streak. So far, it works out pretty well. So that's a good way to get experience faster.
Here we go.
Oh,
Watch
here
the
we go.
combo.
Yeah, this will be nice. This will be nice.
Oh wait, is the bar there?
Is it there?
I think the bar has disappeared.
Oh no!
It's not.
Is it?
It's not showing up.
Oh, there it is.
There it is.
Oh, it's behind the shelves. Small
It's
bug.
on the wrong layer. That's
Yeah,
it.
it is on the
That's
wrong
easy to
layer.
fix.
Oh, but you can see now it's red, so that means it's active. So yeah,
Yeah.
he got 1.05 because it was active for, I think it was 5. I think it's based on seconds. I think it's 5 seconds. So we got a 1.05 multiplier to whatever he earned during that time. And you can keep it prolonged by just breaking more stuff while it's active. But if you don't break stuff, it decays really quickly while it's active. And normally it just decays. I think it's 0.03 or 0.3. What is it? I think 3 points a tick actually. It's really.
Oh shit.
It's really slow when you don't have it active, but then when it is active, it decreases quickly.
Wait, I think I just got a heart back at the same time as I killed that guy. I
Really?
was trying to kill those guys to get hearts.
All right, that wasn't even that wasn't second chance. Cool. Slower enemy bullets. I like that one.
How much does it slow it down now? 20% right now, I think?
Yeah, it used to be 400. It'll be 320 with that. So it's pretty significant. I think it's 20%. Yeah, it's a lot.
We could take that one.
Yeah, sure. Also, we have.
Oh, we can't take. Why can't we take it?
Yeah,
oh, we can take it.
Yeah, still working on that as well. I think no, I'm not gonna blame C2 for this construct too, but I've had some issues just that seem to be browser based, you know, and just trying to get it on all browsers working without issue, I think is going to be a slight challenge there, you know, because different browsers handle keyboard inputs a little bit differently, and you know, obviously for this reason, gamepad. So yeah, the combo meter is hiding behind the shelving.
Yeah,
now.
it's just on the wrong
That's
layer.
okay, yeah. 1.07, though, that's pretty good. Pretty good. Man, you love to ghost run, huh? I'm always scared to, I just can't do it.
Yeah, he speeds up a little too fast. I think he should probably speed up incrementally instead of just he constantly increases by one like every some amount of time, but I think he should increase at like intervals.
Yeah. I
Like
think
every 10 seconds he increases by a little bit, so it's a little more predictable.
I think that's what's going to happen. Yeah, I think we'll give him a little bit longer before he starts to get too fast.
Yeah, because this is really fast.
All right. Okay, that's a new one too.
Yeah,
So,
this one.
yeah.
Oh yeah, go ahead. You can explain it.
Oh, so instead of getting 3 options, every upgrade you now get 4. And you might have noticed these black and red bars here. Those are meant to divide the screen into how many upgrades you're getting. So the black ones represent, you know, you get 3 options. It's splitting the screen into thirds. And then the red bar is divided into fourths.
Yeah, those won't appear in the final version.
Right,
Obviously,
right.
this is just not even close to final art. It's just placeholder stuff. But yeah, that's how you can tell. Second chance. Yeah, let's take more choices.
Right.
I don't know.
Cool. You're doing really well, actually.
Well, I've been playing it a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, I've played it a lot less these past 2 weeks than ever before, I think, since we started working on it. Because I've mostly been debugging, which involves going into Construct's debug menu.
Yeah.
It's a lot. It's a lot. A lot of stuff to debug, and the more
The statues break differently now. Oh, go ahead. You talk about the debug stuff.
Oh, there's
first.
nothing interesting
Then
to
I'll
say.
go
It's
into
just
the statues.
it's looking at stats and variables and just making sure they don't change when they're not supposed to. Construct 2 has a pretty good debug interface. It's pretty good. It's not the best, especially for arrays, because it doesn't represent them visually. It just gives you like a...
Fuck.
What?
There's so many guys.
Yeah, I know, there are so many guys. I was also thinking about tweaking the spawn rate.
You know,
I think-
this might be impossible.
You think?
Yeah, we lowered the. Oh no, it's not. We lowered the height of the player's jump.
Oh, I did that actually last night, that jump. It's hard. It's really hard, but it can be done.
Yeah, we definitely need to tweak the level design a little bit
Yeah, there you go.
to
There you
fit
go.
our control.
Get that mouse out of there.
But sorry, go ahead.
No, that's it. There was something you were gonna say?
Yeah, I was going to talk about the statues. They
Yeah.
break differently. You notice how when they break into a few pieces, not just the particles, and they fall to the ground
Yeah, I love
and then
that.
become that pile.
Yeah.
The pile is old, but now it looks a little more satisfying to destroy them.
Yeah.
So I think that's probably going to be the final art for the statues, the way that they break right now. I'm pretty satisfied with how that goes.
Yeah,
And,
Joe.
and the paintings and the chandeliers probably as well. You'll notice like the chandelier breaks into a bunch of larger pieces, not just the particles that explode from it.
Right.
So yeah, I'm pretty happy with the
He jumped.
way that everything breaks.
Nice.
So Yeah, this is getting really hard. You'll notice
Yeah.
that there's a lot more enemies now, and the way
Yeah.
that works is it increases the spawn rate the longer you've played the game.
my God.
Right now the spawn rate should be double, I
Yeah,
think.
our difficulty is 612. Yeah, 612.
Yeah,
That's insane.
that's really
The
high.
spawn multiplier is 0.5, so things are spawning twice as fast as they normally would.
Yeah.
I think this is the cap for spawn rate.
Yeah,
But-
I capped it recently
Right.
because before how it would go up to a ridiculous rate and then go to 0, which would
Right.
make it spawn nothing. So we've capped it at double.
Right.
We might cap it at triple or quadruple. I don't know what the final. This is too tempting to not do.
But also, you might be wondering, how does the game get harder after this? And if you look in the debug panel there on the left
The
side,
enemies aren't spawning anymore, though. They should be
Oh, no.
continuing to spawn.
that's weird.
All right. Well, we're
That's
discovering
weird.
more bugs.
Was that like that on the other stages too?
I'm not sure.
I wonder.
think so.
Well, anyway, yeah, it's a work in progress. But if you look in the lower left-hand corner there, you can see the global timescale is 1.35 right now. So basically, the game just gets faster and faster and faster until you can't possibly do it anymore.
We definitely should try this.
Oh, yeah, okay. You don't want the full restore?
I would like that, but we want to show the air dash. We
That's
should
true.
take that.
Okay. Yeah, we actually had a comment last time about an air dash. I spent some time putting it in just to see what it'd feel like. It's cool left to right, but it does break the game in a way because the game is meant to be gated sort of by your jump speed and your ability
Right.
to double jump. So, you know, it's really fun to be able to like dash up and left or up and right and break stuff a lot.
Yeah, you can. It takes away your double jump.
Right.
Because we didn't want to add another button unless it was necessary. So when you go up, you'll see it's about the same height as
Yeah.
the double jump.
Yeah. So it's pretty much just a straight upgrade, but it might be too crazy. But I guess it would be good for ghost running or something if you need to get away. You know?
Oh, what the hell? That wasn't what I meant to do.
Oh. Yeah, the enemy AI so far and like the spawn behaviors, that has probably been the biggest
Oh, I didn't mean to drop
Oh.
through there. That was weird.
the biggest issue so far. In terms of hours spent like debugging and then still having problems with, you know? Also, we lowered the threshold for getting out of the
Oh,
stage to 70% instead of 75%. So you used to have to break 75% of this stuff. Now it's only 70. And of course, everything after that is bonus.
Oh shit.
Uh-oh. Did you get... Oh, yeah, you killed guys. That's how.
Yeah, I've killed a lot of guys,
Nice.
so it's
Paid off.
gained-
Whew.
Yeah, this is.
Oh!
There's something wrong with the air dash.
Oh, no.
There's definitely something. Yeah, I've tried that jump several times now, and it's not working. So there's definitely something buggy. It's jumping. It's air dashing
Uh-oh.
off the ground sometimes.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was trying to jump because you need to jump at that big gap at the top. You need to jump and then air dash. That's what I
Right.
was trying to do, but it kept just doing the air dash instantly.
Right.
So
Yeah.
I don't know. It might be my player. It might be player error every time. That's possible. But
I don't know. There are
not
just
sure.
some issues with platforming in general. Just with collision.
Oh, this is obviously a placeholder background as well.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you mean we're not in outer space?
No, but I might actually make an outer space background just for fun.
Be kinda
It'd
cool.
funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can't just steal somebody's wallpaper
No.
off the internet and use that in our final.
Look at these guys, they're spinning in
release of the game.
circles.
Yeah. Should we do another run? I think
Yeah.
we need to do another run.
Yeah. So we're back here.
Let's check out the
Check out stats. 34. Wow. So $32,000 earned. We will have an achievement for like $1 million or $2 million earned or something crazy like that. You can see we've now died twice. We've played 3 levels. Does that sound right? We played more than 3 levels, didn't we?
Played a lot more than 3, and
Yeah,
we
we-
also killed a lot more than 0 enemies. So we
Okay,
gotta figure
that one's not in.
some of the things aren't working
Right.
yet. But
I mean, right now we're just sort of building the mechanics. We're gonna fine tune them later. You know,
you can see what we're going for here.
yeah, they don't have to work now. They just have to be there to represent what they're gonna be. So, you want to get started then?
Yeah. Let's try it again.
Let's do it.
Oh,
Oh, the game speed is still very high.
Oh, the game speed didn't reset, did it?
No, it didn't.
Oh shit.
Let's fix that.
Okay.
Yeah, so as I said, lots of variables to fix. Currently right now, if you die or go back to the main menu, there's still a lot to be done in terms of global variables. We can't just reset all of them. That's how it was before, but then we lost a lot of useful information, especially that relating to stats, you know. The way it currently works is that you're supposed to be able to dump stats. Every time you save between levels, it dumps all your stats from variables into the, you know, sort of the permanent storage, so to speak, which is the file on your hard drive. Also, we didn't mention this, but there are improvements to the pause menu right now, which are, I mean, they're getting there. They're not how they're going to look in the end. I think they're going to be a lot more refined and interesting than they are. Would you like to show that?
Oh yeah.
Sorry. So we can see we have the same like 5 boxes here, but instead of having shrapnel here, this is options. And you can see these little buttons in the background, which are sort of like a 3D perspective. And if you click that, it sends you to this layer instead.
Yeah.
So we can do full screen, on and off. We can toggle the shrapnel, and we can just go back to this menu.
Yeah.
So this is just a basic placeholder for how it might look. Yeah, everything else is the same. I wanted to. Oh man, it's been a long time trying to get those to swap an animation.
Oh, we don't have shrapnel.
We don't?
We turned off shrapnel.
Oh, I did turn off shrapnel. I'm sorry.
Wait, hang on. Oh, did I just hit restart? Oh,
no,
you do it.
You fixed it actually.
If we're both trying to fix it,
right? Yeah. Low. I'm gonna put it on normal, I guess. So right now the gamepad controls, because I only ever use keyboard. Only ever use keyboard and mouse. So the gamepad controls aren't quite there yet. But we're just trying to get it to work. So and it works with keyboard and mouse, for now. So yeah, I mean, I think eventually we'll try to have an audio slider for sound, for music, especially for the obnoxious glass shattering sound effects, because those can really pile up. Yeah,
when they go on top of each other.
Right.
Maybe we could just limit the number of. Okay, the fall through didn't work there.
Oh,
there's definitely some control. There's still some control issues that need to be worked out.
Yeah. Kinks. There's always kinks, you know.
So it should have reset the speed.
Right.
So hopefully that'll work this time.
Well,
let's try it again, because there's still a couple more things I wanted to talk about. We obviously haven't been doing as much testing as just making things starting to make things work.
It's funny. Up to this point, we've been doing a lot of building, and then the last 2 weeks, I've just been doing nothing but breaking everything else, breaking everything again. Yeah,
a lot of things have been getting broken.
Yeah.
And so the game's still in development, obviously, pre-alpha.
So, but speaking of, Joe's pretty optimistic about this, and I guess I'm going to follow your lead, Joe. I think in the next couple of weeks, if we can get sort of an alpha version together, if there's anybody that's interested in trying it out, giving us some feedback, or bug testing, that kind of thing, we'll have, I guess, I don't know, a handful of people if they're interested. We can send you the EXE, you can fool around with it and see what you can make it do to break.
Yeah, that's probably not going to be for another couple of weeks, maybe 2 or 3 weeks.
Right.
From today.
Probably at the earliest, I would say. 2
Yeah.
weeks. But that's hopefully in the very near future, once we get all these other bugs worked out. And the gameplay's, once we get it to where we basically want it to be.
Let's take discount.
There you go.
We already saw the air dash.
Yeah, I think have we seen every? No, we haven't seen. What haven't we seen? I don't know.
I did want to talk about the backgrounds.
Oh yeah.
I spent a lot of time
Yeah.
this past couple of weeks working on making actual backgrounds. Before, they used to be a solid color in the last devlog, so there weren't really any backgrounds. And I hate them. I'll say that.
You hate these?
Yeah, I hate the backgrounds as they are right now. I've never developed art for a full game before, so I didn't really know how you do it. But what I'm guessing you're supposed to do is make a concept image, a rough, color rough, I guess, as you call it, to before you start making all the artwork for everything, so you have kind of a general idea how everything's going to look together. Because what I've been doing is developing all the artwork separately, and not really. I've been trying to consider what the colors are going to look like just in my mind, but I wasn't able to work it out just in my mind, because normally I'm more used to doing color and roughs for. This is really hard to talk and play this particular level and difficulty at the same time. All right.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Oh yeah. So I'm used to doing illustrations in comics, and I know how to figure out how the colors are going to look on that, because you have you're just working on one image, and you can tweak the colors however you want on that single image. You're not working on every element separately as you would in a video game.
Right.
So I worked on everything separate, thinking it was going to look good together. But then when I go in to combine all the elements, to combine the backgrounds with all the level elements and the characters and everything else, it doesn't look good. Everything is such a similar value, which is not what I was trying to do. So what I'm going to do is I can still use the backgrounds, most of the backgrounds that I've made that you've seen throughout this devlog, except for the ones that are obviously desktop backgrounds, but like this one and all the ones that look like
Oh, no,
Someone
we
drew
didn't-
them.
we
don't
didn't
have we didn't spawn.
We didn't spawn.
All right, well that's an issue.
No, I think that'll be fine.
I'm gonna be using most of it, but I'm gonna be changing the colors quite a lot. Like especially this background, everything kind of blends together. I think it looks terrible. So there's that. But just the line art I can still use, so it's not a complete loss. It just needs to be changed drastically, and some of the other elements also could probably stand to be changed to look a little bit better.
Also, I think
Just
it's
color-wise.
I was just gonna say a lot of the breakables are pretty light, like white or light blue.
Yeah.
So that's good.
Yeah, we definitely want that. I think the breakable stuff is going to stay the same, and the bullets are certainly going to stay the same. I wanted those to be as bright. They're bright white in the middle, and
Yeah.
every color around them glowing. And we're going to have them something like that. It's not the final art, but it's going to be similar to the placeholder bullet that we have, and they're also going to be very large. I don't want the player to feel bad like they got cheap shotted by something they couldn't see. So we're making the
Right.
bullets very large.
Yeah, I love the way the bullets look and how they animate and everything.
I call this level the vault.
The vault. Oh my god.
Oh yeah, the fall through is
That's
weird.
weird, yeah.
Sometimes you land on the platform and you land like in the middle of it. We gotta figure out what's going on there.
Yeah, it's really strange. I'm gonna blame C. No, I guess I can't blame C2. C2's pretty good.
Construct 2.
Yeah.
Which we didn't actually mention in our last episode.
We
but
didn't?
we use Construct 2 to develop our games.
Right.
Someone asked in the comments and we talked about it, but we didn't actually mention it in the level. And we do like Construct 2 and we want to promote them. And if
Yeah.
you're interested in developing two-dimensional games, we recommend Construct 2. There's a free version of it on Sierra.com. Just type Construct 2 and
Yeah.
get a little pop-up.
Yeah. I think Game Maker's a little bit more popular, but I love Construct 2. It's just for its usability.
Yeah.
Way more. To me, it's just intuitive. It's a lot more visual.
Yeah, it's easier for us. We're
yeah.
not programmers here.
Yeah, and you don't have to learn code.
We're learning. I mean, we're learning some programming and logic from using Construct 2 because it is. I mean, as much as they say that you don't have to learn coding, and you still have to sort of.
I mean, you have
sort
to.
of do.
You have to know the logic, I guess.
Yeah, of how Construct 2 works.
Yeah, there's more of an emphasis on that rather than. I mean, if you use Game Maker, if you've never made a game before, you have to learn the language that's used in Game Maker and also the logic. So this kind of splits it up. You know, it puts less of an emphasis on coding strictly, and more about the logic. I think it's a little bit easier to use. I think it's only it's dirt cheap, right? I think it's $80. It usually goes on sale for a little bit less than that.
No, it's $120.
Oh,
is
it's
the
$120.
regular
Sorry.
price. That's what I paid for.
Sorry. Okay, yeah, my mistake. But it's pretty cheap. It's pretty cheap. I don't know how much Game Maker costs these days. But yeah, and also they send out updates pretty much every week, I think.
It's
or even more than that.
It used to be every other week, but it's a little bit less now because they're working on Construct 3.
Wow, it's terrifying outside right now.
Huh.
I think we're finding ourselves in the middle of a
It's gonna be
rainstorm.
a storm. Hopefully our power doesn't go out. We got a lot to do tonight.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I love that. I love that the the particles, the broken particles will.
Oh yeah, that was the other thing I wanted to mention. Go ahead, finish your thought.
Oh, they don't pass through floors. You know, so like if they
Yeah.
get stuck in a nook, they just kind of bounce
It
around.
looks crazy.
It does look crazy.
I
And
kind of want to leave it like that because it just looks goofy.
I want them to bounce around more, just like left to right. I want them to bounce even
we
crazier.
should probably figure that out. Freeze all enemies. I'm not sure. We'll take that.
So yeah, so all the essentials are here right now. I think. I don't think there are any other major systems that we haven't added. Everything's obviously going to get refined and hopefully bug fixed to insanity.
One more thing that I spent a lot of.
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
No, I'm
Okay.
Go ahead.
One more thing that I wanted to talk about visually is that I increased the size of the shrapnel. A lot of the shrapnel artwork is different now and bigger, so that we have to put less particles on screen and it looks like more is
Right.
going off. So we can eliminate a little bit of the slowdown that way. But there's better ways to do it. But that's one way. It still looks like a crazy amount of shrapnel because before some of the shrapnel pieces were only like a few pixels wide, so they weren't even that noticeable. So I've increased the size of the shrapnel by roughly 50%, but it's different. It's different artwork. I just cut it up a little bit differently. So yeah, I just wanted to mention that. That's one of the other things I did visually. Also, about the backgrounds. Some of the backgrounds you'll notice are kind of flat colors, which the rest of the game looks like flat colors. But this one, you can see how it's kind of a flat background, but it has these colors painted over it. This is more this. I like this style a little bit more than just the flat style. I was trying to decide whether to do a painted style or a flat style. I kind of like having it painted because it separates the background from the characters and elements that you can interact with. So this is another one.
Yeah.
This is one of my favorite backgrounds actually. This one is almost. I think this one's almost good. Almost where I want it to be.
Right.
I think it needs to be a little bit darker so that it separates more, but the way that it's painted and the way that it looks, this is closer to what I had in mind for the game looking as far as backgrounds go.
Yeah, Joe's put in an incredible amount of work. Every time I get on the file and start to make changes, I always note that he's like, oh, I added 8 new particles, and I drew 10 new particles, and now everything explodes with double the shrapnel, and everything's twice as big, and an insane amount of, and all these backgrounds,
Like, it's a lot of little stuff on the artwork really that kind of adds up, I think, to making it look better. And the background is actually a pretty huge bump. But again, I'm not at all happy with the background, so they're going to be getting drastically changed. Well, most of them are going to be getting drastically changed. Oh, I got hit and they all froze.
Oh yeah, you had
it
freeze.
worked though. Yeah, go back. You'll see it for a second.
Yeah,
but I think that's about it. We've got a long way to go, but we've accomplished a lot, I think, in the last couple of weeks. So I'm very proud of you, Ed.
Oh, thanks. I am of you too as well. I think everything looks great. Everything that smashes, it breaks into pieces of what it is. Like, everything has a unique shatter effect. Every piece of glass and every statue, I think it looks fantastic. Like I said, we got a little bit to go still. But I think in a couple weeks we'll be able to
we're gonna shoot for alpha on our next devlog, but we're aware that we might miss that. We've got a lot of testing to do ourselves and a lot of things to fix and a couple more things to add as well, and some more artwork as well. But probably within the next 3 weeks, I think we'll be entering what we're gonna call alpha. Where we're really getting to a point where we just need to be balancing the game and getting final artwork and tweaking everything so it looks good and plays good.
If we don't nail that deadline in 2 weeks to get it into alpha, then probably a week or so or less than that after that date, we will.
We're shooting for 2 to 3 weeks.
Yeah,
2's a little ambitious. We've figured that out just talking before the show.
Right. We'll try to put out an announcement video if that happens after the devlog. Just so we can get the message out. If people are aware of it and they see the video, and that's how they can contact us and go from there. So, Glass Breaker. There's so much to talk about, but we didn't. So we'll save it for next time, I guess, huh?
Yes.
But really good playing, Joe. And I have lots of bugs to fix.
Yeah. We both have a lot to do. But
yeah. All right, well, let's call it then. Check us out in 2 weeks back here for devlog number 3. And in the meantime, thanks for watching Game Soup.
Yeah, thanks a ton.